All right, folks, this is your crisis report brief for August 5th, 2025. We're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff, mainly Trump making threats and doing things with tariffs on different countries and other stuff like that. The Clintons have been asked to get subpoenaed to go in and talk to the House about the files. Russia has been commenting on things. Trump has been commenting on things. A lot of things about Russia in here. A lot of people that were of the former government, they're going to be asked to go into the House and talk to them. And Ghislaine Maxwell has had things to say about that. So this is all the things going on for your crisis report brief. We're going to go right through it. We got your top 10 normie headlines as well at the end. And of course, this is brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. If you like hear what they have to say, please go to the affiliate link in the description and do an educational session with them. They will tell you all about what they do for you in your IRA to turn it into gold and silver and to become stewards of that so you can have some financial freedom. So check that out. And here we go. This is your crisis report brief for August 5th, 2025. China reports 7,000 cases of chikungunya virus, according to BBC. Russian army says sees new village in Ukraine's Dnipropetrovsk region. Flash floods have hit the Uttar area in India. Several villages were washed away. Russia slams Trump in his threat to hike tariffs on India over their oil purchase of Russia. India's deployed rescue teams for the floods in the Himalayan town that was washed away. U.S. President Trump says incoming pharma tariff may go as high as 250%. Zelensky talks sanctions, defense cooperation, and call with Trump. U.S. House panel subpoenaed the Clintons in an Epstein probe. Trump takes questions from the roof of the White House. Russian military drone, which flew into NATO member Lithuania from neighboring Belarus last week, was carrying 2 kilograms of explosive material, Lithuanian officials said today. GOP-led House committee subpoenas the Clintons and several other top former DOJ officials' testimony on the files. That would be Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Merrick Garland, James Comey, William Barr, Alberto Gonzales, Jeff Sessions, Robert Mueller, Loretta Lynch, and Eric Holder. Earthquake has shaken New York City. I think that's an old one from a couple days ago, the 3.0. Ghislaine Maxwell says she opposes government proposal to release the grand jury transcripts. Russia hints at deploying mid-range missiles, ending the INF moratorium. 2 Chinese nationals, one of them an illegal alien, arrested on federal criminal complaint, alleging that he illegally shipped to China sensitive microchips used in artificial intelligence. Lebanon's government on Tuesday tasked the army with developing a plan to restrict arms to the state by the year end, Prime Minister Nawaf Salam said after a cabinet session on disarming Hezbollah. Attorney General Ken Paxton has announced that the continued refusal to perform legislative duties by Texas House Democrats who broke quorum constitutes abandonment of office and that he will pursue a court ruling ensuring that their seats are declared vacant. U.S. envoy Wyckoff to visit Moscow Wednesday to meet with Russian leaders. NASA races to put nuclear reactors on the moon and Mars. Trump says crime in D.C. is out of control and calls for tougher laws. If local leaders don't act, he threatens to take federal control. Powerful magnitude 8.8 earthquake that struck off of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula last week has activated 7 volcanoes in the area. Elon Musk says it's time to federalize D.C. after Trump's says that crime in the city is out of control. DHS confirms Fox News that the next alligator Alcatraz will be in the great state of Indiana at the Miami Correctional Facility, and they're branding it the Speedway Slammer. Trump reportedly lifted restrictions on disaster funds for states and cities boycotting Israel, but the revised DHS document keeps the vague term, quote, discriminatory prohibited boycott, end quote, originally defined as boycotting Israel. Unitree has released a new Hunter robot dog. Stellar Hunter is a quadruple-legged, designed for rugged terrain. It's got a max speed of 5 meters a second, 1 meter jumps, 50-kilogram payload, adaptive gaits, and wheel-leg mode for efficiency. It's engineered for industrial application, the company says, and they'll never hunt you down, they promise. Trump threatens a 35% tariff on the European Union if they fail to fulfill their investment commitments. Canada unveils a 51-foot statue of Hindu god Lord Rama in Mississauga, Ontario. Lord Rama statue, it's the largest in North America. Denmark is going to remove its controversial 13-foot Big Mermaid statue that was unveiled in 2006 because they say it is smut. Danish Agency for Palaces and Cultures say they are removing it, citing cultural misalignment. Statue of Confederate General Albert Pike that is toppled during the BLM protests in 2020 is going to be reinstalled in Washington by October, per Trump. He also says Israeli occupation of Gaza is pretty much up to them. Russia's foreign ministry announced today that Russian armed forces will no longer abide by the self-imposed restrictions under the INF, which ban the deployment of nuclear and conventional ground-launched ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and missile launchers with ranges of 1,000 to 5,500 kilometers and 500 to 1,000 kilometers. Millions of Californians from the Bay Area, parts of Southern California, have likely just lived through the coldest first 2 months of the summer in their lifetime. All areas highlighted in dark blue, of course you don't see it, but coldest since August 1st, 1979. Petaluma in the North Bay has had weather more typical of Fairbanks, Alaska. San Francisco has seen just 2 days above 70 degrees since the 1st of June. Monterey's highest temperature has been 71 degrees every other summer. On record, the World War II has at least been 74 or higher. Lompoc, Central Coast, is having its coldest summer since 1971. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. EU gave me $600 billion. It's a gift, Trump said. He said there's nothing to pay back. They gave us $600 billion, which he can invest into anything. So go get yourself go get your shine box. Maui Emergency Management Agency is warning the public about an out-of-control brush fire burning dangerously close to homes in the Kanapali area. Trump administration will now require new visa applicants pay $15,000 processing fee. President Trump warns he may place Washington, D.C. under federal control, change laws to allow prosecution of local youths and gang members. And Texas Governor Abbott says state troopers are now patrolling the streets in an active effort to track down and arrest the Democratic House members that have fled. These are your top 10 normie headlines for August 5th, 2025. Markets fall, tariff impacts intensify, U.S. stocks dropped following weak services sector data and renewed tariff concerns. Gold rose, oil fell. Asian equities rallied on Fed rate cut expectations. Asian shares climbed. The services PMI pointed to stagnation in the U.S., boosting odds of a September rate cut. Dollar weekend broad gains in tech. U.S. dollar outlook weakends. Reuters poll says they expect a steady decline in the dollar due to the political pressure on the Fed, debt concerns, and uncertainty over data reliability. Putin doubts Trump's Ukraine ceasefire ultimatum. The Kremlin said Putin is unlikely to heed Trump's deadline due to ongoing battlefield advances and internal political considerations. Israel weighs full Gaza takeover. Prime Minister Netanyahu reportedly supports seizing the entire Gaza Strip as peace negotiations remain stalled. Rising famine. Hong Kong records heaviest August rainfall since 1884. 350 millimeters of rain have caused major flooding, public services shut down, transportation disruption under repeated black storm warnings. UN Plastic Pollution Treaty talks enter critical stage. More than 100 countries back binding production caps, while opponents like Saudi Arabia and Russia resist deploying a potential global agreement. Delaying potential agreement. Trump administration kills Musk's 5 things email policy. The Office of Personnel Management rescinded directives requiring federal workers to submit weekly summaries of top achievements. Friday set to be one of the shortest days ever. August 5th clocked in roughly 1.5 milliseconds shorter than normal, continuing an accelerated rotation trend that has scientists concerned about long-term impacts. And the chikungunya outbreak has affected thousands in China. Those are your normie headlines. Friends, this is brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. We hope you will like, subscribe, share. There are links in the description. You can follow us on Gab, Minds, Twitter, X, and Truth. And of course, subscribe, star, and locals for a couple bucks. Or you can become a member here, which definitely helps the cause. God bless you all, and we will see you on the next one.